Yo, welcome back YouTube. Pretty sunny day today, which is good. Tried to film this video last week, but we're just going to go over all my settings on my camera with the mics and everything that I use. I thought I'd just make a full video. Gonna go up in the mountains, just got some fuel. My bike's been making this really weird rattling sound lately. I think it's one of the fairings. They were loose or something, so I've just tightened everything. I think it was the mudguard, to be honest, but everything's tightened. Yeah, so we're going to go up twisties, and we're just going to talk about all the settings and all that, so sit back and relax, and hopefully you enjoy this video. Alright, the most important thing we're going to do before we start going through the settings is these settings apply for all action cameras. But the first thing we're going to want to do is we want to change your bitrate. You want to make sure that's on high, not normal. Just going to give you a better looking image. So first things first, change that. And then we'll talk about it later on in the video. But you want your audio, once your mic's plugged in, you want to be able to change the gain. I'm not sure if GoPro does it, but the Insta3, the Ace Pro does it, and the DJI, where you can adjust the gain. So obviously having a mic so close to your mouth, it's going to peak a lot, so you really want to be able to lower the gain. So they're the two most important things you want to start to do before we go through all these settings. And let's just appreciate this view. I'm running the DJI Action 5 paired with the DJI Lav mic and the DJI Mic 2. They're the two mics I've been using. Absolutely love them. But we'll start getting into all the settings. We're going to go... Well, we're going down and around, but we're going to go up the mountain. Over there. So, let's get it. Alright, first thing we're going to talk about is resolution. I'm running 4K, 24 frames a second. Some cameras, if your camera only does 2.7, like if you got an old Hero 7 or something, just run 2.7, you can get some really good quality videos from a 2.7. Doesn't have to be 4K. And if your camera does 8K, please, for the love of God, do not record motovlogging in 8K. File sizes are massive. You're gonna bloody stress your computer out unless you got a heap of storage. I wouldn't be running 8K. 4K is more than enough for an action camera. Especially for like motovlogging and stuff. Just 4K, 24 frames a second. I usually use 30, but recently I've been playing around with 24, just a bit cinematic to go off my main camera. Let me know what you think, 24 or 30, what you prefer. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be on that side of the road, but anyway. I'm on the wrong side of the road! Help! My bad, my bad. Alright, next we're going to be doing field of view. You want to always, with action cameras, go as wide as you can. Just it's going to make you look like you're going a lot faster than you are. Capturing everything, the handlebars. So field of view would be ultra wide. I think that's what it's called on the DJI. I'm pretty sure the hyper view you've got on the Hero 13, which sometimes can make it look very distorted, like give you that fisheye look. I would probably, if you are running it on the GoPro, I would probably just put stabilization on the lowest just so it zooms in a touch. That could help with that fisheye look. That sun is beaming. So yeah, action, you want to go as wide as you can, capture all the action, get both the handlebars in. You don't want to be zoomed in like here, just in front. Doesn't look very nice for the viewer. Personal preference anyway, I prefer that. If you prefer it to be zoomed in, put it zoomed in. I'm just stabilization, because I get comments where people are saying I can't watch the video, it's too jarring with stabilization turned off. But I prefer to have stabilization turned off because it's making, we're on a motorbike, right? The roads aren't smooth, they're bumpy. It makes it look like you're going a lot faster than you are. But I get both sides, like some people can't watch it. So in saying that, I've turned stabilization on the lowest in the last couple of videos. It does give you a little bit of a crop, but I've been testing it out, so I'll keep testing it for a couple of weeks, but right now I am running stabilization on the lowest for the viewers that complain about it being too jarring to watch. So yeah, running stabilization on the lowest. Alright, next is going to be ISO. So some people run ISO on automatic, but I prefer to leave it on 100 to 800. So when we go in a little bit of a darker scene, you're going to get a little sheep. When you go in a darker scene, you're going to get the ISO is going to bump it up to 800, and then when we're in the sun, it's just going to drop it back down to 100. Depending on, I guess, the scene and where you're riding, you might want to change that, but you don't want to go any higher than 8 to 1600 on like a daytime riding, because the higher the ISO, the more grain you're introducing to the camera. The lower the ISO, the better quality you're going to get, but obviously you're letting a little like less light in, so you're gonna have to play around with it. Sometimes if we're outdoors and then shutter speed, the 180 degree rule, so you want to double your frame rate. So sorry, if your frame rate's 30, you want to double your shutter speed. So 60, if your frame rate's 24, you want to do 48, but there's not a 48, so you just go 50, and then 60 is a 120, and that's gonna allow you to get some really smooth motion blur, like all the trees and all that when we're riding past, they're all in blurred out, but all in front's nice and crisp. So that's what that's going to do. When you do that though, you're basically allowing the shutter speed to stay open for longer, so you're introducing a heap of light. So basically you need to use ND filters to compensate that. So you want to run an ND filter depending on the day. Like right now I've got ND 16 on, but we are about to go under a bit of trees, so I might put ND 8 on depending. Super Juke I think, or an 890. So yeah, it depends on the situation. If you're outdoors and it's pretty sunny and there's no clouds, run ND 32. 32 is going to be your bright days. 8 is going to be for cloudy days. So we're just going to go for a nice cruise up the mountain. Keep talking about our settings. So once you've got your sunglasses on your camera, your ND filters, then we're going to be looking at white balance. Because everything's stopping and changing, I would recommend running your white balance on auto. Yeah, you're gonna be like in here, you're gonna be in sun, you're gonna super easy just to leave it on auto, and they've got pretty good white balance. I never really touched the white balance, never really find a need to. So yeah, white balance on auto, let the camera do its thing. So I'll be looking at some color profiles. So you've got your normal profile, just set it, colors will come straight out the camera, don't have to do anything, and that still looks pretty normal. That still looks pretty good, but I prefer to do the D-log. So basically a flat color profile, so flat, and then color grade it back to its normal color, and then put like a LUT over the top, like color grade it basically. And it's really simple to do. You just find the Rec 709 online. That will basically bring it back to its standard color, and then you've got the room to play around with your color grading. So why do we do that? It just retains a lot more information, and then it allows us to pool the colors, basically keeps the shadows and the highlights, retains all the information. And then yeah, Rec 709, and then we'll run a LUT on top of that. So on the topic of LUTs, Jesse has created a community on Circle, and basically it's just a community there for people that are trying to improve their videography and learn how to use like the gimbals and color grade and all that. There's a general chat, you can chat in there and ask questions, and everyone's answering and helping. You post your videos, and then everyone gives you a bit of feedback. It's a really good community. He's just started it, so it's pretty fresh. The link's going to be in the top of the description. Basically, you can join. I think there's a 5-day trial you can do, and then it's a monthly subscription. And he's doing a giveaway at the moment, so I think it ends at the end of this month. So if you're interested in that, click the link, use RIC10 as a discount code on the LUTs to join. Obviously we're going to do sharpness and noise reduction. I find action cameras always over sharpened, so I prefer to do my own sharpening. So I'll turn sharpness to -2 or -1, and then the noise reduction to -2, and then I'll basically just add the sharpness in post, just depending on how much I think I need. And then audio, I think that's basically it. It's just audio left. Like I said in the intro, basically you're going to want to plug your mic in because you get some extra settings. You can play around with the gain. I've got mine on -4 right now because I do have a stock exhaust and it doesn't seem to be picking up a lot of wind noise, so I'm leaving it on -4. And I'm finding that's pretty good, maybe -6. But yeah, it all depends on the mic you use and the helmet. That plays a big part as well. So you really, I would recommend using someone's settings as a base plate and then kind of going from there and seeing what settings work best for your helmet. Because yeah, it's different for everyone. Everyone's got different helmets, everyone's got different mics. And then the mic 2 basically connects straight to my action camera. I normally use that for like a pure sound video, and they're really good as well because you've got 32-bit float. It's basically the same as having a flat profile in a video. You can kind of stretch and pull the images. Same with your audio, it's kind of not clip. So, and DJI just released the Mini, so I would like to get my hands on that and test that out for like a Motovlog setup in the helmet, because the DJI Mark II is a touch big, so it's not probably the best for in the helmet. But I'm happy with the lav mic right now. The quality sounds really good. I have a little bit of wind. Basically, I'm trying to make the videos as real as possible. I want you to experience what it's like to be on the bike. Like I don't want it to be super smooth and the audio be like perfect. Like it just wouldn't look right. It wouldn't sound right. So basically, that's going to almost conclude the video. If you did make it to the end and you do try these settings, let me know how you go. If you do need any help, don't be afraid to DM me on Instagram. It's the same name as my YouTube, or comment down below. I'm always answering questions, always up for a chat. This is my 2022 R1. We're going to eventually get an acro pipe one day. Wouldn't mind getting some Brimbos at the front. But that's going to basically close out the video. We're going to do a couple of runs up and down the pass, film some cinematic stuff, take some photos, post it on Instagram. Follow me over there. Don't forget to join the community in Circle. But we are pretty high up. It's not that cold though, but it's good. It's good. Good weather. Enjoy your weekend, ride safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.